Super Bowl yesterday. The football season is now officially over, and we're going to talk about now from here on out. So we have a really exciting weekend coming up here. It's always exciting being able to open up our season at home in the Dome. But this year, it's even more exciting to have the defending national champion come into play at your place and to be able to play them the first game of the season. You know, it's a pretty special thing for them, I know, but for our kids and the excitement of coming off of a championship season ourselves last year, to be able to square off with them the first game and kind of get a gauge to see where we're at is pretty special. You know, about us, we're going to be very young. We have a very young team. We graduated 8 players last year, all who had very impacted roles in our program. And this year we're looking to fill some spots with some really young players. Very talented young ladies, but also they don't have that experience factor. So we're going to get them experience as fast as we can and throw them out there against the defending champions and see where we're at. But we have some other great teams coming in as well. We have the University of Illinois coming in, who's always in the top half of the Big Ten and battling for a conference championship there. Conference foe Drake is also coming. University of Wisconsin at Green Bay is also coming, and North Dakota State, who is defending champion in the Summit League, who has also been to the regional tournament the last couple years and made it to a super regional in the last 3 years. So some really good competition coming into the Dome this year, and something to really be excited to start our season with. You know, as far as our team goes, you know, the one nice thing about starting and having a lot of youth is that we have a very key role on our team filled with a very talented player in Jamie Fisher in the circle. She's always going to give us a chance in every game, no matter who it is we're playing, which will allow our young kids to learn and grow and be able to make mistakes and learn from them, and not have a ton of pressure on them because of what she can do for us in the circle. You know, offensively, we have some players that do have some experience. Gina Brown hit in the middle of our order all year last year. She'll be able to stay in that same role, and we'll sprinkle some freshmen in around her, and hopefully that will allow them to have some success early as well with you know, having Gina surrounded by them. So you know, I guess there's not a lot that I can say because I don't know really where we're at yet to see. We're so young. But we do have a great group of girls back with Fisher and Sam Reimer behind the plate, another leader. You know, it all starts with the battery, the pitcher and the catcher, and I'm anxious to see where we're at. So, any questions?
Ryan, with a young team, how do you stop them from being, say, intimidated against a team like Alabama?
You know, a lot of these girls have played a high level, and some of them have played against some of these girls that are going to play for Alabama. So I don't think necessarily that you know, the national championship thing really affects them because they've played against those girls before, so they know who they are, and you know, our kids are really excited to ready to compete against them just to see where we're at. You know, it'll be exciting test to see.
Has that helped the off-season conditioning and preparation with the focus being on, you know, that you're going to open against the national team?
I think it has, in the fact that we want to make sure that we're ready. You know, the paying attention to the details has been much more important at this point than it has in the past, just because of who we're going against. But we always talk about it every day. We talk about we're preparing for you know, a 56-game schedule, not just one game. So we don't want to just prepare ourselves for that one game on a Friday night at 7 o'clock and then not have the rest of the season to look forward to. They know it's just another game, and we're gonna take it, win or lose, and learn from it, and the rest of our 55 games after that, hopefully, take something from it.
We know Alabama has ties, you know, with the head coach and Spencer, has ties to the Waterloo area. I mean, how was it the process in getting them up here in terms of the invitation and them taking it?
Well, it's been something that I've always talked to Coach Murphy about, trying to get him to come here and play, and knowing that his philosophy is to try to get every one of his players, wherever they're from in the country, to be able to get back and play in front of their home crowd. When Jaden decided to go to Alabama, I knew I had a little bit more incentive to get him back. So it was a matter of just offering that invitation again and being the right time for him and his team. They were able to make it work. It's just really cool that they're coming off of a national championship. We're coming off an MVC championship, and we're able to face off that first game.
Do you know who your pitcher catcher will probably be right out of the gate, but how about the rest of the positions? Do you know, or are you still trying to decide right up until Friday?
No, I think we're pretty solid where we're at. We'll start at first base. We'll have Gina Brown there again. Julia Hunter, who's coming off of an injury, but played a majority of the games for us at second base last year, will stay there. We're going to throw a freshman into the fire at shortstop, Caitlin Winnick from Clear Creek, Amana, who is one of the most savvy freshmen that I've ever seen. Her softball IQ is off the charts for a freshman. But she'll have some growing pains there as well. And then we have Haley Kriener, who's a senior for us, who played second base a little bit last year and has kind of been a utility player, has taken over the role at third base and has been doing a tremendous job. You can just see all of the 3 years experience that she's had, maybe not in game experience, but developing her skills. She's ready to play third base for us. So our infield is pretty solid there. And then our outfield is where most of our youth is going to be. We'll start a freshman in left field, Kristen Locke, and then Michaela Rettinger in center field. Both kids from the Kansas City area, both really strong bats, play very solid defense. And then we'll start our senior, Melissa Walls, in right field. And looks right now, our DP is kind of up in the air. We've got a great group of girls that can come off the bench and hit for us, very talented offensively. Sammy Olson, who's a freshman, also from the Kansas City area. Allie Zimbruski, who's a sophomore for us. Nicole Fisher, Jamie's twin sister, transferred from Kirkwood, who's doing some catching for us and also swings a really, really good bat. And then a number of other kids that we can sprinkle in there that are really good offensively that can come off the bench and spell somebody or be in that DP role.
It's just one game. What would it mean to be defending national champion?
I don't know. Let's cross that bridge when it happens.
Well, you're going to play it indoors in the dome. Just talk about playing this game in. I mean, it'd be different if it was March and you're trying to play outdoors. What's it going to be like playing this team, the defending champs, inside the dome?
Well, number one, it's going to be really fast, and that kind of goes to their. They have 4 or 5 kids in their lineup that can just fly down the line, so it's going to make them faster. But the benefit to us too is the surface is fast, so we're going to get the ball faster and hopefully be able to have a chance there. I think the advantages are going to benefit us more than it is Alabama. I mean, they practice outside every day. And then I know last week they had some rain down in Alabama, so they didn't even get out on the field, and we were able to play just like we would, that we're going to be able to this weekend. So that's an advantage for us. Seeing some balls off of the ceiling of the dome is going to be something that they'll have to deal with, and just taking ground balls on all turf, that's going to be an adjustment that they'll have to make. But it's just I can't even describe how excited I am to play them and just see where we're at and have them in our facility and be able to promote that. It's great.
How much of his championship team does he have coming back?
We were looking at that this last week, trying to figure out scouting report on them. They're gonna return their leadoff hitter, Kayla Bro, who's one of the best in the country. She's a left-handed hitter with speed that can slap, can bunt, and can take it out of the ballpark as well. So she stole, I think, 48 bases for him last year. So speed there. Jackie Trina's back, obviously in the middle of their order. Conley, their third baseman, is back. They're going to have, I think, 4, maybe 5 returners back in their lineup. And then I think for the most part, probably 2 freshmen and some kids that have – I know Jaden's probably going to be in the middle of their order. I think she's been playing first base, but I don't know. She's played a little outfield too. It's hard telling, but I know her bat will be in the lineup somewhere.
How deep will the home run fence be? set up?
We're setting up 210 down the line and 220 in center field. And our right field is always we put up the purple monster in right. It's 185 down the line with the purple monster. Should be about 210.
Are you going to pitch to Jaden Spencer? Will you give her something to hit, or will you pitch around?
I've learned with Jamie Fisher, we pitch to everyone because she wants a shot at him.
How do you try to replicate what the girls see from Jack and Trina?
Have Coach Curtis scoot up really close. Don't give them very much time to react, and just mostly, continue to push the confidence thing and not be afraid and be able to make adjustments. Once they are able to see it one time, they'll be able to know what adjustment they need to make to give themselves the best chance, and to be able to do that as fast as possible. Some of them they're going to have some at bats mentally before they get up there. Those kids that are going to be up there right away, they need to make an adjustment after the first pitch that they see. And that's the kind of stuff that we've done to try to prepare them for that, because it's not something that you see every day. The benefit for us is we do have Jamie Fisher, who's going to throw 68 at them in practice, and they've seen that for the last 4 weeks. So it's not going to be that big of a deal to see 3 more miles an hour. It's something that's more mental, I think, at this point than physical.
When you extended the invitations last time, it was before they won. Before you guys won the conference, there's going to be a special deal with Coach Murphy's ties and Jaden anyway. Given what they've done and what you've done, is that just icing on the cake for this deal?
It really is. Yeah, it was something that we decided last December to do this, and then we both had great seasons last year, and it's just an added bonus to what we already knew was going to be a special thing to have Alabama coming in to play us. Game time on Friday night is tentatively 7 o'clock, and that's just because it depends on the games prior to us, if we get backed up or anything. But it's scheduled for 7 o'clock first pitch on Friday night. We play. There's 4 games on Friday, 5 Saturday, 5 Sunday. The games will start at 1 p.m. on Friday. The opening game is, I believe, Wisconsin, Green Bay, and North Dakota State, and then 3 o'clock is Alabama, Illinois, and then I've looked at that schedule a million times, but I only really worried about the games that we're playing. But anyway, they'll play at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock on Friday night, and then doubleheader on Saturday and 1 game on Sunday is what Alabama's schedule is.
Who will we see on the circle other than Jamie?
We have 3 freshmen. We have Ellie Dowdy from Omaha. We have Abby Van Vliet, who is the 4A state champion from Indianola. And we have Kinsey Flaws from Carlisle. All 3 great pitchers, very solid. We don't know how they're going to be used yet. We know they're going to all be used. We just don't know exactly how and when to start the season. And we'll just kind of throw them out there and see what happens and move them around and make adjustments as we go.
Who are your other opponents on Saturday and Sunday?
On Saturday, we play North Dakota State and Wisconsin Green Bay during the Alan Jackson concert. And then on Sunday, we play Illinois at 2 o'clock, and we play Drake at 6 o'clock. Any other questions? Hope to see you all out there Friday night. Thanks a lot.